First, thank you for doing this. You have said that there are so many things the American people don't understand about this situation. What is it that you think Americans don't understand?
First of all, I think that Americans don't know all that they should know in order to understand the situation. During the last months and a few days more, in Yugoslavia, and especially Serbia, many children have been killed.
Babies.
Many people were killed. I must say, while they were asleep, I have never seen such a war where people are killed while sleeping. The bombs are falling on schools and nurseries. They are falling on hospitals. One of the first ones destroyed the maternity ward. In Yugoslavia, almost all the bridges were destroyed. And a lot of factories, especially the ones that our lives depend upon. A large number of people lost their houses. Our country is close to the point of being destroyed. And I must tell you that I do not believe the American people know all this and that they approve it.
Let me, if I may, this is important.
Ovo je važno, ako mogu.
You say that the West and America does not understand what's happening in Kosovo. Is there no ethnic cleansing in Kosovo?
No.
None?
Nikakvog.
There are no atrocities committed by Serbs in Kosovo?
No.
No, the Serbs are defending their territory.
I ask because you know many witnesses say that the Serbs are doing these things in Kosovo.
I don't believe they did that, and I'm almost sure they didn't do it. I would like to tell the American people that if the American country has some need, which I do not understand, to manifest their great technological and political power, military also, let them manifest it with somebody equal. Let them show the real partner if they have to do it, but I think that they don't have to do it. Let America be fighting with a partner who is at their technological level. It doesn't make any sense that the American partners in the war should be small, underdeveloped people. American bombs have been falling, as you know, on Somalia, Sudan, Haiti. I must say this is not very courageous. This is if a man who is 40 years old decided to beat up a boy who is 10 years old.
How does this end?
The decision is not in our hands, but in yours. We must defend our country the same way as all the countries of the world do it. I do not know a single country which would not protect its own territory. How shall I say it? When they want to take it away. This decision is not in our hands. We are not bombing anybody. America, which is bombing, and NATO, how should I say, is under the biggest influence of America, should make this decision.
What about the argument, Madam Professor, that the bombing will stop when you, the Serbs, stop killing Kosovar Albanians in Kosovo and stop running them out of their homes, stop killing them?
But they are not killing them. They are not expelling them. This is as if you told me that today is Wednesday, but today is Saturday. If you are talking to me, the elementary assumption is that you believe me. Why should I lie to you? These days, I keep thinking about the poster of an American soldier I had in my room at the university. And this is the famous poster of an American soldier who was killed in Vietnam. And it is written underneath, why? That was, how should I say, one of the nicest symbols of the senseless war which lasted many years, and in which many American young men lost their lives. I ask myself, how much time is going to go by before such a poster appears again in America or somewhere else in the world? With the same why, but for another reason. Why did we kill a small country?
I take the point. This is what makes it even more difficult for Americans to understand what's happening in Kosovo today.
But it is not happening. But it is not happening what you are saying. And that's why I'm taking this opportunity. If you are going to translate everything the way I have just told you, I really wish to send a message to the whole American nation and all the American citizens that the Serbs are not aggressors against the Albanian people. And this is not true. Yugoslavia is defending its territory. Albanians would never have rebelled against Yugoslavia. They would never have wanted to separate from Kosovar territory if they'd not been encouraged by the outside world. Why should I agree to this conversation if I am not sure of what I am telling you? I did not come to face the whole world to lie.
Why did you decide to do this interview? You never do television interviews.
I have never given a television interview. This is my very first interview, because you convinced me, because you were so kind and I trusted you, and because I hope you are not going to deceive me and that I will not regret for giving this interview. I never give interviews, either in my own country or abroad, because I am afraid of television.
But you also feel strongly about this situation.
How couldn't I feel anything? My country is exposed to the most terrible destruction in the second part of the century, maybe in its history.
Professor, as I hear you talk, I think you must be aware that there are many people, including many people in the United States of America, but not limited to there, who see your husband, the president, as the new Hitler. This is not the first time you've heard this. And tell me what your reaction is when you hear people say that. Say, well, this man, President Milosevic, is the new Hitler.
I'm reacting in the same way as if you told me that now is the month of January and that we have snow outside. But as you can see, today is the 1st of May, and lilacs are blooming. To be Hitler, he has to fulfill the conditions which would make him Hitler. That means he is the carrier of the organized hatred towards people and the organized violence towards people. My husband doesn't hate any people. He does not use violence. You can believe that. Maybe you will think that I'm not telling the truth. Maybe I have deceived you, but I did not. But my husband is not using violence against anyone.
It has been written about you that you are the president's and your husband's eyes and ears, and that you are his principal advisor. Is this true?
No.
You are the power behind the president politically.
No, I am not. I don't accept that I am. I don't accept that I am behind anything. I am a complete person by myself. I take the responsibilities for my shortcomings, and I take all the responsibility for all I think and what I do.
Whatever else one may think of Mira Markovic, the wife of the Yugoslav president, Mrs. Milosevic, a reporter comes away from conversations with her convinced that the following things are true. She is, in her own right, a potent political, intellectual, and educational force in the country. Number two, television may not fully convey her sense of rage and fury at what she sees as the betrayal of her country by the United States. And also, not everybody here likes her. Certainly not everybody agrees with her politically. But what the wife of the Yugoslav president has expressed in this interview does overwhelmingly reflect the view of most Serbians at the moment. To believe otherwise is to kid ourselves.